Good morning, Debbie Watson. I'm Mike Westhorpe, and another remarkable performance by the Australian men last night in Paris. This is stick to water polo. I'm still buzzing.
Buzzing but exhausted at the same time. Like the amount of sleep lack of sleep is really hurting. The excitement is just buzzing around in your head at night time. It's just phenomenal. The men are just on fire. It's absolutely magnificent to watch.
Yeah, I hear something coming from the side. One sec.
Oh. It's hilarious.
It's a Maximovich helicopter. What an audacious shot. I've seen him do it at club level, and I'm like, oh, you're not doing that internationally. That was just outrageous to do that and to do it against Hungary and to score it. It was...
It was mind-blowing.
Yeah, incredible.
I've got to say, there was a couple in the earlier game. They're all blending. My events are all blending. And I thought, 2 helicopter attempts in the one game. I thought, this is crazy. I actually messaged Nitties just a few times just saying how amazing they're going. And I wrote 2 in one shot in one game. This can't be happening. And he wrote pretty much, and he sort of wrote back, we'll see, like this. And then obviously that one's been in the can for a while. So, yeah, just unbelievable. The shooting's been phenomenal.
Oh, it has been incredible. And another key thing last night, it's different guys stepping up and scoring. Nathan gets a couple of goals last night, and he gets the goal that takes us to the lead. Crucial goals in the game. Blake Edwards chimes in with a couple of beauties last night. I mean, it's just such a rounded performance by the team. It's just so wonderful to watch.
Oh, it's exactly what it is. There's not every player in the pool is contributing. It's just phenomenal. But Nathan, by his shooting standards, he hasn't been not scoring, but just not taking the shots because he's so busy organising the defence and doing all the hard yards. It's been amazing, and he had a couple of shots last night, but that last one, just the power and the determination was just. It was just all him. It was just brilliant. I mean, it was a beautiful pass in, but that strength and just mindset to get the job done right at that last, crucial moment, crucial goal in the game. Fantastic.
There's an Australian band called Midnight Oil. You heard of them?
Yeah, maybe.
They wrote a song. They wrote a song about Nathan called "The Power and the Passion."
You're on fire today. Yeah, no, he's been outstanding all tournament.
It's early morning. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I don't know either. I need a couple of toothpicks to keep my eyes open. But yeah, look, captain's knock from Blake, who was MVP of the game. But it's just the two of them together, they're just unreal. So good. I'm so pleased for them.
It's really unusual to have a two-pronged attack in terms of captains leading a team. But it's working beautifully because they just complement each other. They're slightly different characters. Obviously, what they bring to the team in terms of leadership and the way they talk to the team, but the way they play. They lead by example. A lot of times in the pool, they're just doing the yards and doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, captain in water polo is very different, right? It's not like in the cricket team where you're miles away from the coaches, you're miles away from really any, you can just get signals out there. Whereas, in water polo, the coaches are directing play, calling the main shots. And, as a captain, it's quite different. It's rallying the troops. It's keeping everyone at peace. It's doing all those little things and, probably being the first in the pool, the last out of the pool and, just working hard consistently and they're doing a magnificent job. Tim's done really well on his selections there.
Yeah, he does indeed, or he has indeed. And I think what they must have done in that little lead-up period in Europe before they got to the games has just worked and delivering in spades.
Well, they're fit because they're obviously keeping up and powering on, but their tactical determination and knowledge is brilliant. I love it when Tim pulls his little piece of paper out and he goes, 3-3 split. I've got no idea what he's talking about until I see it on the actual TV, but they're so well drilled, and that
Yes.
is what we're seeing. And their defense and their patterns that they're playing, and the sliding and the covering and the blocking, and that doesn't happen by board talk. That happens from hours and hours in the water, and you've got to give it to the boys. Like, they don't have half of the travel opportunities, even as our girls do, or have that opportunity to play together and train together, and for them to go away and do the amount of work that they've done in that very short period of time is just bloody unreal.
Yeah, it's just great. I feel like I had to go to Chat GPT to work out what to say, because I just couldn't come up with the adjectives. I couldn't come up with the words. I was like, I was so full of emotion and pride and joy and just so happy for the guys, because you just know how hard they work.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, probably shouldn't bring this up, but again, I've been commentating the Olympics for a number of years, and I've seen the boys in winning situations that, towards the back end of, games, and things have changed in the water, a decision goes one way, or the flow of the game, changes, and they just, that's not happening here, which is magnificent, and the boys are just getting their rewards, but to do it in 3 games, at an Olympic pressure level, is just phenomenal.
Yeah, I felt that confidence in the fourth quarter. They scored the goal early, Hungary, to go 8-6 up, and our little chat group that was just buzzing during the game, someone goes, "Oh, no, that's a problem." I said, "No, we're good. We're still okay. We're okay. We're good. We got to score the next goal," and we got the next goal. And then we got 8-8. It was Berahulak scored the goal to tie it up, and then Nathan obviously powers in the end. But Deb, defence. We speak about defence, about winning games. Last night, Hungary 1 from 11 at extra, and
Wow.
I'm going to single out. He's had a tough start to the tournament, Lockie Edwards, but he just dug in defence last night, and that again is a sign of maturity. He's a centre forward, but they need me on the back line. They need me to go and make some big stops, and he went to centre back, and he just worked really hard, and credit to the big man. As I said, he's had a tough start to the tournament.
Yeah, phenomenal, really. Like, it's difficult. Sometimes things don't go your way, and for one reason or another, but to be able to refocus and go, this is where I'm needed. This is, it's not a back to basics, but it's a rechange of your focus, and then really concentrate on that. And, he can contribute in so many other ways in the water. And yeah, his defense was unbelievable. Actually, it was really interesting that, was it the third quarter that the Hungarians started to counterattack? They had maybe 3 counter-attacking opportunities quite closely together, and but and you thought, oh, this could open up here, and just the tenacity again of the boys to refocus and tidy up, because against Hungary, just a tiny mistake, or not even a mistake, just not quite covering, and the ball's in the back of the net. So for the boys to be able to refocus and rejig what they were doing so quickly and so thoroughly was just, as we keep saying, mind-blowing, really.
It was 2-2 in the third, and that's one of the notes I wrote while I'm watching the game, is third quarter critical.
Oh, okay, it's probably the fourth quarter then.
Well, no, but the third quarter I thought was critical, because that was when they tried to really push in the third, and we went with them.
Yeah, well,
that was, to me, was, like as you said, those 2, 3, 4 counterattacks, they score those, we're 3 behind on the score sheet and we're in trouble. But we weren't, because our human highlights reel, Nick Porter, was good again.
He's hilarious. I was just going to add to that, in that third quarter, that was when Blake took that unbelievable quick extra man shot.
Yes, yeah.
Wasn't that a beauty?
Get us back, 2-2 for the quarter. Oh. We finished at 7-6 going into the break.
Yeah, that was an absolute ripper. Yeah, look, what can we say about Nick Porter? He is just thriving on it. He is just having the series of his life. He's so big. It's like hang time almost, like he's coming up out of the water, his arms are out, and then he's still working, he's still up, and then he's going for it. He's just, you can tell how frustrated their shooters are, because they're trying to donut him all the time, and he's so high out of the water, which is why he's getting so many of those balls, which is not great to see it in his head, but he's just outstanding.
The camera loves him, and last night he saved one with his head. He's like this at the player, and then he's like, nah,
yeah,
not going in.
Yeah, that wouldn't tickle. Yeah, no,
No,
he's great. His passes are accurate. He's talking a lot after the goals that he saved as well. But he's just geeing everyone up, and he's letting people know if they're not quite in the right spot as well. So which is really important. He's doing it in a way that's encouraging, and probably a bit of a lift your game. But yeah, he's just outstanding. So good to see.
yeah. So when you look at the Hungarian goalkeeper Soma Vogel, he came into the game 51% efficiency. He dropped to 40 in the game. So he had a significant drop off. The Australians found their targets or found the spot where they needed to shoot against him. Didn't have the happiest of nights in his standards. Alternatively, Nick Porter came in at 56% for the tournament so far and 50% saves in the game. So he's just cruising along at a very consistent level.
Yeah, for Nick, his saves are incredible, but thank the defenders in front of him. Those blocks are unbelievable. You can see how desperate. When you're a bit tired, your blocks aren't. Maybe you're sort of cheating a tiny bit, but it is just not happening. Their blocks are up, and they're big units, and they're taking up the space in goals that they want. And Nick would be very happy to have all that. All those arms in front of him.
So looking at the Hungarian stats here, Manhurts was the one doing the damage. 4 goals from 5 shots. You got Adam Nudgy, 1 from 4. Zelenki, the left-hander, dangerous as, 1 from 6. So they kept him quiet. Viketti, 1 from 3. Varga, 1 from 4. On Hungarian standards, they'll be a little bit disappointed that they didn't put a few more in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely, they will. That was, some of the play probably for them, they would feel like it was a bit sloppy. It wasn't really up to their standard. But once again, you've just got to give the Aussies credit because they just put so much pressure on the ball and in the right places. Their movement on their legs is incredible. They're back in time when the ball goes in and to centre forward, but at the same time, the cross pass, there's someone that's coming and not necessarily hitting right on the ball, but just in the blocking spot, and it just frustrates the shooters, and it's paying unbelievable rewards or dividends. Yeah,
we were 2 from 6 at extra. They're 1 from 11, we're 2 from 6, so that's an adequate result. When they go 1 from 11, we go 2 from 6. That's a really adequate result for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, our shooting has been phenomenal as well. Luke Pavillard, hasn't he scored some just amazing goals?
So last night, I'll go through the scorers. Maksimovic, he was 2 from 3. Oh, hang on, it's back again.
That was outrageous. Hilarious and outrageous.
Nathan Power, 2 from 6, and 2 really crucial goals. Pavillard, 1 from 4. Berahulak, 1 from 1. Poot, 1 from 1. It was Berahulak that got us to tie it up. It was Poot, a really good goal as well, really crucial goal. That took us, where's Poot goal to take us tied. So that was really good. And Blake Edwards, 2 from 3. So, yeah, good numbers coming down from the Australians.
Yeah, brilliant. Actually, I'm just looking at my notes. I haven't read them again this morning. My eyes aren't opening. I've just got here a Pav extra defense. He did an amazing intercept steal as well, a high ball that came over up on his legs, and then right towards the end when he was, I think he was it was on the back line, and the ball came up nice and high, and as the Hungarian went to shoot, he actually flicked the ball from in front. It was unbelievable. That was, and the Hungarians like penalty. It's like, no, mate, it was in front of you.
It was in front, and he got all ball. He got all ball. That was
crucial.
Yeah, that's from what I've seen in the games. That's probably the best defensive effort, block that you'll see in the Olympic Games.
Yeah, just the body positioning, and it was right at the end of the game too. Exhaustion coming, it's no guts, no glory. It was just magnificent.
I don't know if you caught any other games, Deb. I had a quick tune in the game before. Croatia beat Greece 14-13 with a man for violent action gone for 4 minutes, and they also had another player suspended for misconduct.
Ooh.
And then Greece had 4 players out for misconduct. So it was
Wow.
4. Yeah, so there was 5 misconducts and a violent action in the game. It was a bit of a powder keg game, that one.
Oh, wow, incredible. Just back to ours, I feel like I've got to say
Yeah,
Angus
let's
Lam
keep going,
Sorry,
get
no,
it
no,
out.
no, it just came to my mind then. How good was Angus Lambie as well?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. No,
I feel like we should go through everyone. We don't have time, but honestly, everyone's contributing. But just some of the work he's doing, he's obviously done a bucket load of work, over the last couple of years, and before that as well. But the dividends that's paying is just amazing. Sorry, go back. I just had to say that.
yeah, no. Seriously, you could give plaudits to every single player in the
Yeah.
Australian team because they're all contributing. Even John Hedges has only had a couple of minutes in the pool. He's on the bench giving positive energy to the players, pumping them up, cheering. That's all important. He'll get his time in the tournament. I mean, he will know that Nick Porter's on so hot at the moment that you just got to let Porter run. And Hedges will get his time. He'll get a chance. But what he's doing as a team person to just make sure there's positive energy all the time is fantastic.
Oh, he is magnificent to watch. He's doing the perfect backup position, and come into the tournament, you don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, he's just so happy for his teammate, and he's obviously pushing Nick as well in training and doing what he can. But it's crucial, those positions. If you sit on the bench and you're not really buying in because it's more about you than the team, but he is the exact opposite, and he's so valuable to that team in that position.
Yeah. And again, going back, massive round of applause to Timmy Hamill, Vedran Cirkovic, and Andrew Yanitsis as the coaching team for where they've got the boys in a relatively short period of time to have them all together to tour Europe for 5 or 6 weeks, go and play some tough games and just nut out the tactical side of the game and execution. The boys are just executing.
Yeah, aren't they what? Sorry, I'm just a little distracted because I'm trying to get a special guest to come on. Worried about the kids and breakfast, but it's like, come on, just for a minute. So yeah, no, just sorry, I got distracted there.
No, I know. I know who we're trying to get on. I don't think it can happen. We might have to wrap it up because I've got some things I've got to get to today. I could sit here and talk about the Australian teams for the next hour and a half, but I think we've given it a real good wrap up. Women on tonight, Hungary, so the double Hungaries. That game's at 10 o'clock tonight, Sunday the 4th.
Gee, that's an important game for us.
Yeah.
This is as important as any game that they've played in a very long time. If we win this game, we end up second, and if we don't win this game, we'll end up third, and that will mean a USA crossover. I'm pretty sure that's how it works.
Yes, yeah, it's probably how it's going to work out. So you don't want. I mean, you got to knock the US over at some point in the tournament. So, but you probably don't want them in the quarterfinal.
No, we don't want them in the quarterfinal. Like, I mean, we absolutely we can beat them. But you're right; it would be a difficult ask. They'd be so annoyed at where they're sitting. And just. We totally can do it, but let's just get this game done, and then we can think about that next one. But yeah, absolutely vital for us tonight.
I got a quick call last night, a little chat. My venue producer from Tokyo is doing the water polo in Paris. She sent me a note going, "You must be going nuts at home." I said, "As much as I can on my lounge in the lounge room, And then Mark, my American friend who was co-announcer in Paris, he does all the stuff for US water polo, and he's there in Paris, and he gave me a quick FaceTime call, and we had a bit of a chat. He's having a great time, and he's so proud for the Australians as well.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Actually, well, there's quite a few Aussie supporters over there as well, and
huge numbers.
Yeah, did you see Kerry Turner?
Yes.
Was there last night, and we're just in one of our many group chats. How fun are all these group chats, by the way? She coached a lot of those young sharks when they were at Cronulla coming through because her younger or her son, I think it was Jet actually, was playing at that time. And so, the connection there is amazing as well. She was in tears at the pool apparently. And yeah, it's just super exciting. Everyone's so behind the team. It's phenomenal.
I did see Dennis Hamill, Tim's father, and he was there. And it was only a side-on shot, and he looked like he might have had tears. And he was getting the phone out, obviously, to call someone. And how good would it be to be there? I mean, I'm,
Oh,
FOMO, like you said the other day,
yeah, I'm
but,
so jelly.
we can enjoy it from back here in Australia and just keep cheering on the Aussies tonight, get around the girls, the boys in a couple of days' time against Japan. Chance we can probably finish second in the group and go through on a good quarterfinal. So it's all happening. It's just wonderful. It's just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it's just a great reward for just so many years of hard work and, years and years of dedication, and the finances required to actually play our game as well is just, a bit crazy. But to see so much support over there and to see, all the hard work paying off is just so good.
We'll see you all tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Aussies.